What's good? So yeah, I changed my shot again. Other shot was too fast, so I'm trying out a different one. Try to get myself together. I'm about to start. Yeah. Gotta go against Atlanta.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. For the Timberwolves, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And I'll tell you, two tremendous defenses tonight.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for either team to put up any point.
That's why you got to stay patient, Ernie. You can't just jack up shots. Every bucket is going to matter. Don't force shots. Just run your offense. Make sure everyone touches it. Make the defense work because they are willing to work.
And you got to pound the offensive glass, create second chance opportunities, and you got to try to get those easy buckets in transition.
Hey, so you seriously got to be patient?
Yes.
I got a joke for you. I got a joke for you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, it's a knock-knock joke. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Impatient cow.
Impatient.
Moo.
Stupid.
Because see, the cow said move
He was
before
so
the joke was
impatient.
over.
He said move before you
Yeah,
asked.
It was a corny joke.
Moo. Moo.
I don't know why I'm not seeing my messages on the screen. On my live stream, I'm not seeing y'all messages. not creative, but just the color gave me a different color. We'll go with these. Yeah, I'm not shooting right now. I'm trying to do something.
On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. With Brent Bailey and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves will try to protect home court. And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rep since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. Well, we've got great front courts in this matchup. Since you played, both forward positions have evolved and become a little bit different.
You ever think, Kevin, about some of the great players in the 80s and 90s that had the skill set to do some of the things that we're asking of today's players?
Good point.
That might have been great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking like guys like Detlef Schrempf that were out there and doing things where people said, "Who's a 6'11" guy getting away with that?" Well, now every 6'11" guy is getting away with those skills.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Atlanta, Allen and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Prince outside at the three with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Cousins in at the center position. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And there's the pass to AI. Timberwolves working now with the new shot clock. Durant with the screen on Young. AI and another three for Minnesota. Since AI came into the league, there has always been chatter if he's the best sharpshooter or not. Now come All-Star Weekend, he'll have a chance to prove that he's the best.
And I'm just so glad that he's going to be a part of the three-point contest. The entire group of shooters is impressive, but he's got to be one of the favorites to come away with the win.
4 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. Bazemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the three-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
They're supposed to give me
You
that.
can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. AI outside. Pass the buck. is right there. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Mel Brand is a former dunk contest winner. I have to ask your thoughts on one of the great Hawks of all time. A terrific human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins.
Well, Dominique, one of the greatest athletes this game has ever seen, and one of the most feared dunkers, obviously, of his era. You remember a lot of the highlights with Neek coming in, flying in, and finishing off a shot that might have missed from the opposite wing and going up over the top of 2 or 3 guys. So he certainly doesn't get enough credit nationally for the type of offensive firepower that Neek provided for his beloved Atlanta Hawks for years and years.
It's been a whirlwind of a journey to the NBA, but AI has put in the work, and he'll be rewarded for it. He's going to be a part of their Rising Stars Challenge.
And while AI didn't take a traditional route to the NBA, he'll get to show what he can do against the best the recent draft classes have to offer. No doubt in my mind, he'll shine as bright as any of them.
Good.
And shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
Young passes to Prince.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know. Greg goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
First free throw is good.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Taurean Prince. Both good from the line that time.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
And Young kicks to Cousins. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And stolen by Butler. AI outside. To the paint. Towns, no luck.
Defense was in the area, but not really effective. Has to put away this lane.
Pass to Sefolosha. He kicks it to Cousins. The Hawks working the ball around. Screen by Cousins. Back to Young. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Durant. It's good.
Kevin Durant, simply one of the game's greatest scorers of all time.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Young dishes to Collins. The kick out to Young. Count it, good.
And working the angles there, geometry class in session. Nice dish for the open look.
Right side is screen on Young. A 3-ball. Out to AI. There's the pick. There's the dish to Durant. Sefolosha with the steal. On the outside, another 3 for Atlanta.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
The shot. AI with the bucket. AI's got 12 in the
This is my original
This
shot.
guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Here's Young. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Now, here's AI. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Butler is swinging on baseball. There's AI, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Young kicks to Collins. Pass to Basil.
What you parachuting for?
There's a screen by Collins. Shot off the pick by Young.
Okay, this
Shot is
is
good that
weird.
time. 12 points for him.
Man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 this first set.
AI passes to Durant. Freed up, nice work off the pick.
And I don't know if you can find a more prolific scorer rolling off the screen.
I
than
can't
KD.
see our messages on the screen. I don't know why.
Now, here is Young. He's guarded by AI. Stolen by Durant. And now, here's Durant. The fast break opportunity. That's it. He's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
His versatility on
Every
offense
pass gotta
is
be an
so
assist to
spectacular.
somebody.
He always
Somebody go
finds
get an
ways
assist.
to help put points up on the board.
And Young kicks to Collins. Now the pass to Cephalosha. Young outside.
Trey, I see you on
From
fire.
20 feet out.
Yeah.
Minnesota with the rebound. Coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Executing on the road. Stay focused. Stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I'll tell you what, how efficient they were in scoring the basketball.
I don't know why I can't see our messages on the screen.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg.
So I'm gonna have to check my phone.
All the noise came in, razor sharp precision on the offensive end.
Group substitution now for Minnesota. Patton, he's checked in for Whiteside. Trevor Booker comes in for Towns. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Dragic in for Butler. Young passes to Cephalosha. And the jam by Cephalosha.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Minnesota leading by 7. Dragic dishes to AI. And a kind roll that time off the rim.
I'm really careful to take the
AI's got 19 points.
I love this shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Back to Lynn. Up the pick. 5 to shoot. Kicks to Cephalosha. Over Harris. That shot missing. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, they rebounded better than the U.S. economy, and that turned it into a blowout victory. They were dominant on the glass.
Herter, the rebound by Patton.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
Nice.
Drills it from outside.
I appreciate everybody in the stream he did.
They've been aggressive and extremely focused.
I don't think you ever expect to carve out such a big lead early on in a game like this, but let's see if they can maintain momentum.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the three by Minnesota. Back to Lynn, to the middle. Oh, and the jam.
He was too big.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. They set the pick to the inside.
Damn.
Lynn with the steal. Pass to Cephalosha. Spellman, he's guarded by AI. Marshall gets the bucket.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Now, here's AI. He's got 19. There's the steal. Here's Lynn. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Timberwolves leading by 5. They set the screen. Here's AI. Buries it from three-point range. AI.
There you go.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Out to the right wing. Here's Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
We talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
What's up?
Here's AI. 22 points for him. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. There's a screen. And again, it's Minnesota.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Hawks trail by 7. Up top, Lynn, defended by Jones. Knocked away. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And so
would have
it's
been nice to
Minnesota
do to hit
bringing
it.
the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent, we have great veterans, we have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
For sure, I appreciate that.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
That's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the 76ers was superb. He ended up with 53 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion.
I wonder what the hell was going on.
The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can be better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
So it's Minnesota now, after Taurean Prince's miss. And it's AI missing. Herter, he's guarded by AI. Kicks it out to Prince. From outside, off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Wagner. Drains the three-pointer. Wagner's got his first 3 points of the game.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
And stolen by Harris. Here's AI. It is good. The assist from Harris.
To call a timeout.
12 now for the Timberwolves. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering it?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up.
I know he did a layup
make sure that I can go
Sometimes
at
he be
the
dunking,
weaker defender
sometimes he don't.
that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
Here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Justin Patton. Durant comes in for Harris. And
what's up, James?
The Hawks trail by 11. Shot to stop the run, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Minnesota's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Harris a screen. AI passes to Harris. Young with the steal. Sefolosha with it. He had 10 points in the win against Sacramento. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. With Kent Bazemore, Brent, a lot of what he brings on the defensive end starts with his length. Very large, long arm span.
Yeah, not a picnic for any guard that's trying to navigate around the length of Kent Bazemore. He's always had an impressive steal and block total as the seasons have gone on, and the ball handler doesn't ever feel quite comfortable with Baze around.
Take a break. 2 shots.
free throw drops for Bazemore.
Crazy to think that Bazemore was mostly known for elaborate bench celebrations in Golden State before coming to Atlanta, but he's worked his way up. He's eventually become a starter and a very important player, key player.
Damn, I didn't see that.
Minnesota making
This
a
stuff
switch.
happens every time I keep falling for it. I swear this is like a lie.
And Bazemore kicks to Cephalosha. It's tipped. AI outside, right wing.
Again.
41 left to play in the first half. Pass to Cousins. Now, here is Young. Well, for Bazemore, working his way up, it has been a theme for his career.
Yeah, undrafted out of ODU, Old Dominion. He got reps in the Summer League and the D-League, as it was known at the time, now the G-League. And every challenge that he's met it head-on with great enthusiasm and has found a way to gain a coach's confidence. Here we are now.
This is it to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's the screen. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Here's Cousins. Nice shot from the wing. Cousins has got 9 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Come on, bro.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You
And now
see
a chance
that?
to honor a player who has been on
They
fire
keep
recently.
kept
His
him back down
numbers are
inside
him.
the paint
Player
until
of the
they
week
call
in
the
the West.
violation.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability,
Like I'm steady
he
calling
has
for
done it
him
with
to
his
come.
passing. No
Cousins back
doubt
in
that
the
he
dog.
is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
I
And it's
hate
out of bounds
playing
for
with the
Hawks
second
as Atlanta
string.
retains possession. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Cephalosha kicks it to Bazemore. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Dragic. And here's Cephalosha for 3.
And I love what Butler gives this team on the defensive end. He can guard a number of positions and does a good job with his help group.
They set the screen. AI with the bucket. AI's got 28 points for the game.
I'm not really a shooter. I really pass. You know what I'm saying?
He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And so that's the end of the first half. Minnesota on top. They lead by 7. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. And you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
We've got Durant. Towns is out there with Whiteside. Then it's AI. And it's Butler in at the shooting guard. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Young's shot is off.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
There's the the feet to Whiteside.
Oh, nice. He needed that. He needed that.
Percentage in terms of his field goals.
He needed
a job inside that he can get done.
The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Bazemore. Collins setting the pick for Bazemore. Off the screen. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. AI, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bazemore against Butler. And Bazemore kicks to Cousins. Prince outside. Collins a screen on Durant. Lets it fly from 18. He doesn't hit that one. And Minnesota now the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. To the left wing. Here's Whiteside. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
Whiteside came body Cousins.
Around so well tonight. Those quality looks from mid-range.
And Young kicks to Prince. Cousins with a screen on Durant. Screen by Cousins. Prince. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Prince has got his first 2 points of the night. Now, here's AI. Defended by Young. Here's AI. Offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go.
Towns
has got his second bucket of the night.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Atlanta calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Atlanta making a switch here. Ends checked in and stolen by Whiteside. Here's Durant.
Such a good defender, Torian Prince. Physical, good lateral movement. Has the tools there to snuff out shot.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Butler against Land. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
Screen by Cousins, and Young kicks to Cousins. Lynn against Butler. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Timberwolves leading by 16. Durant the pass to AI. Outside, Towns. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Looking to end the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age, if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is at number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going. and I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one I
recent
played
23?
against. Yeah,
Oh,
that
that
guy.
23.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's slamming on him.
Durant against Prince. Cousins with a screen for Prince. Over Durant. Prince misses. Timberwolves leading by 15. Timberwolves passing it around. And it goes down 2 points. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
Anthony was trying, but he
Passing
was...
leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Cousins with a screen on Jones. Here's Young, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Young's got 19 points.
And this is Young at his very best. Once he gets a few to fall, boy, watch out.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You look at AI, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Justin Patton, he's checked in for Towns. And it's Trevor Booker in for Wagner. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Prince. Spellman can't connect from 13 feet out. Timberwolves leading by 15. Durant with a wide open look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, the ball hitting his hands and then the ball hitting the back of the net as KD throws another one in.
Back to Lynn. He kicks to Sefolosha. And it's off the back rim, no good. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Shots good by Durant.
It's the length of Durant that helps him in the interior. He's just a polished forward who scores with ease. Almost impossible to stop.
Here's Lynn. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Patton kicks to AI. To the middle. And Patton gets it to go. Patton's got his second basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
AI outside. From deep. The shot, no good.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Over in the corner, Marshall. Outside, Lynn. Marshall sets a screen for Lynn. Herter. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
AI up top. 33 points for him. Patton the pass to Durant. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. With some arc, the shot's good. Minnesota with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. AI dishes to Durant. Sefolosha with the steal. Second shot opportunity, and you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Minnesota, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Bazemore's checked in. Dragic against Land. There's the pass to Sefolosha. And that one drops for him.
That's the biggest aspect of Sefolosha on defense is the length, and he uses it well that time to get off the shot close to the bucket.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Justin Patton, and it's Butler in for Durant.
Well, Sefolosha has really carved out a nice role for himself in the NBA. A very important role player, definitely known for his lockdown defense.
AI outside, the 8-footer. The kick out to Dragic. AI outside. Back to Dragic. Right side a screen. Shoots the three. And Goran Dragic hits the three. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game. And they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll return shortly.
This All-Star Saturday night. Don't miss the battle of the long ball as the NBA's top sharpshooters take to the court for the three-point contest.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy is in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Timberwolves leading by 15 on the court for Atlanta. Butler kicks to AI. Right side a screen. AI passes to Whiteside. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Interesting with the game shifting to the pace and space about where Whiteside fits into the puzzle. He's still a double-double threat down on the inside and can be taken advantage of on nights.
The Hawks trail by 16. Collins setting the pick for Bazemore. Collins a screen on Dragic. Lynn kicks it to Bazemore. And there's the 3-second violation.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Yeah, that's a painful mistake there. All you can do is just shake that one off and try your best to move on to the next play.
Atlanta making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Rockets the pass to AI. Right side with it. Shoots over Cousins. Right side, no good. Hawks shooting 47%, pretty solid. Carter, no good from outside. Minnesota leading by 16. Here's AI. Hands it from downtown. AI's got 36.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Lynn dishes to Bazemore. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Bazemore's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Butler. Booker against Collins. AI kicks to Whiteside. Booker the pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. And AI gets it to go on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
And really respect the confidence of Lynn. His teammates love how he runs these pick-and-roll plays.
And the Timberwolves call time.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Jeremy Lin. AI outside. Whiteside kicks to AI. Drains it from beyond the arc. AI's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Young dishes the baseline. Screen by Cousins. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact the team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being the prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we see too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly
I appreciate everyone in the stream.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Against Young.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
And here's Dragic. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Got a piece of it. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded by AI. 6 to shoot. Here's Prince, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
There's the pick. Inside, the kick outside to Butler. Over Prince, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Very steady in-between game there for Butler. You don't want to let him get too many of those.
The Hawks trail by 21. Young outside. Kicks it out to Prince. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Butler missing.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
Well, the best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Cousins, get out the way.
He still has the wherewithal
himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And Bazemore kicks to Young. Screen by Cousins. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different end.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
Bazemore, no one around him. Nice open look, but it's no good. Rockets the pass to Whiteside. Towns the screen from deep three-point range. Rebound Atlanta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Screen by Cousins. Here's Young. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
And that one falls for Young.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Durant's checked in for Goran Dragic. He's perfect from the line this time. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Good physics.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw...
regardless of something.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody. That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Minnesota leading by 21. Right side a screen. Here's AI. Cousins pulls it in.
Man. Wow.
Cousins has got his third rebound on the night. Kicks it to Collins. Prince, the pass to Young. It's good from long range.
That's Steph Curry right here.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Towns, a screen on Young. Outside Durant.
I don't have no more style.
Back to AI for the three. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Prince against Durant. Back to Prince. No good that time. Nice D from Durant. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth. Saving the majority of their shots. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Prince.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14, having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States.
Oh, yes,
change
right.
is coming.
Most
And
definitely.
with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And stolen by Whiteside. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Young. Atlanta again missing. Minnesota leading by 20. Durant kicks to AI. There's a minute 40 left in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over to the wing. Takes a three. Rebound by the Hawks.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
Pass to Towns. Count the bucket coming up, a perfectly placed assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
And stolen by AI. Tries from 10. And stolen by Prince. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.
Now you got on your ass.
Need a few ice bucks after that.
I know, right?
Hell knows.
was trying to kill you.
Yo, what's up, Charlie?
Busy day, man. We need you for an interview right over here.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you.
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept the work rate really high, you know. We didn't allow ourselves to feel comfortable. Closing out games in the NBA, man, it's never easy. As soon as you take your foot off the pedal, that lead disappears. So credit to our guys for staying focused and not letting that happen. Thanks, man. See ya.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, they're not going in the direction they'd like to be going at this point of the season. They've started to fade, maybe some fatigue setting in now as the schedule becomes a little more strenuous. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint.
Let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq Stradamus.
Shaq Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard
you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get it.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Oh.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Alright, I'm back. No, I don't play any port games live. It's hard to find good people to play with, so I don't really go on the park like I used to. Why my shot don't want to fall no more. That's what I'm looking for. Green.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. This homestand ends here for the Timberwolves as they get ready to hit the road. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers. They come into this one feeling good about the matchup. They've taken both games so far this season.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
I think, Greg, they didn't let the crowd or the noise get to them, and they have to be happy with how they played and executed on the road in that one.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the work ethic of Wolves coach Tom Thibodeau is very well known. Back in Chicago, Jimmy Butler would try to beat him to practice. But no matter how early Butler arrived, Tibbs was already there. Finally, Butler said, okay, forget it. I can't beat him, so I'm just going to run through a wall for him. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Well, we're right around the halfway point of the season, Doris. This is often when we see the better teams really begin to shift gears and surge ahead.
Yeah, we certainly have a better feel for who the contenders might be. We still have a long way to go, obviously, and teams will have some lulls and then some high points, and you've got to be able to weather all of those things. But the reality is we have a greater understanding of who has the necessary offensive and defensive components to compete at a championship level.
Boys, nice nod.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Hardaway. Then there's Koufos. Then there's Tobias Harris. Now here's Durant. Shot from 6. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just so full of confidence. This guy knows he's at the top of his game. Kevin Durant excels from right there. Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
And here are the Clippers now. To the inside. Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
There's the pick. Here's AI. Knocks down the 3-ball. AI's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board.
I don't know, I ain't played NBA Live in a few weeks.
Habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
I just don't be getting on him.
On the wing, Hardaway. Knocked away. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, there's a willingness to mix it up on the glass, and that's a big plus for Karl Anthony Towns.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by AI. Koufos kicks to Hardaway. And the 3 off target.
Boy, they're just giving him that shot. Easy opportunity for 3. It just slips away.
Shots good by Butler.
But just textbook timing right there. Jimmy Butler understanding when to rise and fire.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
AI, no good.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
There's the screen, and here's Harris from the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Towns down low, guarded by Harris. And Whiteside stays right with it.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harris a screen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from AI. Here's Towns. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Towns has got 5 points.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And here is Hardaway. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns, just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2. From the stripe in this game. Two shots. First one drops. Look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see NBA players who have spent time abroad. I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake. So many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor.
Season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. Take a look at the Warriors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Now here's Hardaway. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And there's the foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. To the inside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
AI with it. This game an incredible scoring display for him. And there's the whistle on the shot.
You're supposed to run the play, not shoot.
He'll be shooting 2.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Damn.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Timberwolves. Very strong season they've had. Always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that. Exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out the Clippers. Just way behind.
And I think for the Timberwolves, I think they've lived up to their billing this season. That's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd go even one step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Now here's Hardaway. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game over Butler. And Kosta Koufos picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Timberwolves leading by 9. AI outside, down low, and it's Durant. That time on the assist by AI.
I get 5 assists in a row.
Got 3 assists tonight.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Hamlin, defended by Durant. Rebound by Butler. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. AI, no good.
Man, I got to change this
Well, shoot
fucking
his way
shot.
out of this slump, but it's not helping his team. That was an awful quarter.
Pass
1
to
for 5
Gilgeous-Alexander. Over AI. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. We've seen a few true marksmen enter the league lately.
Yeah, take me out of that corner.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
They got Whiteside. Durant is out there with Wagner. Then it's AI. And it's Butler at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the Timberwolves call time. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Hawks lit up the floor. He had 46 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that, guys, and that performance again here tonight?
I'll tell you what, I know he believes he can.
Man, I don't know what the fuck
right
is
now
wrong.
is sky high. And he doesn't think there's anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he could be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
Here's Koufos. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Now AI. Shots good from Butler. And it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The way against Butler. Knocks it loose. Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside.
Wow, bro.
Hardaway has got his second basket of the night.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long distance look
Thank
right
you,
there.
thank you.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr.
I'm about to start going
That'll be his
inside.
second
I
foul of
don't
the
know
game.
why my shot is not falling.
Here's AI. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. From 15 feet away.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the side.
Outside, no good.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up. You look at AI.
Clearly a fan favorite, and they're giving him the highest praise possible on their ballot.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Timberwolves leading by 5. Down low, right side, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Clippers trail by 7. Passes it to Hardaway. And Whiteside sends it back. Butler kicks to Real. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Durant with a screen on Bradley. Just 4 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. Hits it from three-point range. Hardaway has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Clippers.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Excellent use of the screen that time. 6 points for AI.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Towns is checked in for Wagner.
And a quick look at the numbers for Hardaway. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Clippers have been shooting right around 75% the line, 9 of 12 so far. In the past, it has been suggested to us that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
Well, you talk about the lockdown individual defenders in this league. Don't forget about Avery Bradley. That's been his calling card from the moment he set foot in the league.
And great for Bradley, there's some disconnect as far as his defensive impact. You know, the numbers guys will say it doesn't quite match up to his reputation.
Yeah, I mean, more impactful as an on-ball defender than he is as, say, a help defender. Probably a little undersized for an off guard, but his commitment, no doubt, is off the charts.
For Minnesota, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
It's a fucking bad game.
Clippers trail by 6. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Los Angeles with another miss.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely and stolen by AI. From downtown, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Outside Bradley. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Towns. It's deflected. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Towns with the ball. Basket counts. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the multi-time scoring champion Kevin Durant is showing you he has got as complete a game as there is in the NBA. What a pretty pass.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by AI.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
Hardaway, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Right side of screen. Here's AI. 12 points for him. Goes up on the wing, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I'll tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 points in the game. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
And that's the shot Durant uses to torment every opponent. Try to keep him from attacking the hoop and then just watch him drain the triple.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 22-point game against Golden State.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Whiteside. And oh, here comes Durant all alone. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you could turn the lights out.
Clippers trail by 18. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Harris outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over AI. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Inside, Towns. Rebound by the Clippers. Koufos has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
A chance to check out AI here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's also got the second best three-point percentage in the league. An absolute dead-eye from beyond.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight.
Take a
Number
break.
1
Take a
overall
break.
right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And he makes the first.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect in line so far here in the second quarter.
Booker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jones comes in for Jimmy Butler. Outside, Jones. Towns, the screen. To the wing right side. Back to AI. Good, and as this goes to Town. AI's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Kicks to Harris. 55 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Jones. Offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now, here's AI. He's got 16. Towns, the screen. Jones kicks to Towns. He dishes it to AI. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Lou Williams. The Timberwolves have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Minnesota making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Now here's Williams. He's guarded by AI. And here is Williams. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Shoots from the high post. No good on that one. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey there. Well, look, the field's been announced for the three-point contest, and for the first time, you are on the list. How much are you looking forward to this?
Oh, man, I'm fired up. You know, I think it's the best part of the All-Star Saturday. You know, the fans love it. It's really competitive, and the winner gets bragging rights for a whole year. So I can't wait. I mean, I know this is my first time, but I'm going there to win, man. I want that trophy.
That's how you got to come into it, thinking you're going to win. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from AI.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, he has been in the grill of his man all night. He's used his reach to turn away those shots. You have to love the defensive effort.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Harris is out there with Coast to Coast.
This is what I'm talking
Then there's
about.
Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point.
This is what pure scorers do. They find ways to create points. KD doing work.
Clippers moving the ball around. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him. It's really kind of cool, Kevin.
Here's Hamlin. Durant gets it loose.
Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team. Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
Clippers trail by 21. And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Used the screen and took it all the way.
Yeah, moving all the way back
And
down
ran
to
his man
C+.
straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Knew it would be tough going in, but they were completely overmatched. Skill, effort, everything.
stats for Towns.
Just an incredible month of basketball, averaging 12 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
This is his first free throw of the game. Kevin Durant at the line for 2. And he knocks down the first one.
And Durant finally captured that elusive first championship in 17 and the Finals MVP trophy to boot. An effortless scorer who has also made great strides defensively.
The pass to Koufos. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Harris has got 6.
Well, he's a guy that can adapt and adjust to any defense he's up against. It's really something to watch.
Towns wide open. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Koufos with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Outside Hardaway. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 10.
Well, how pretty is the shooting form of Hardaway Jr.? This guy is on point.
Durant kicks to AI. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Back to AI. And he gets the bucket. AI's got 10 points in just the second half.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's a screen.
Get it, Jimmy, get it.
To the paint. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I don't really care for the team takeover.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Hardaway kicks to Harris. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over AI. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Hassan Whiteside.
Are you
4th
serious?
in rebounding.
Jones kicks to Patton. They set the pick to the middle. Back to AI. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:53 left in the third. To the inside. It's deflected. Second chance effort. And it's Gallinari laying it in. Gallinari's got 11 points.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Back to AI. Takes the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Down low. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
He just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Wagner, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hardaway's checked in for the Clippers. Here's AI. Bangs home the trifecta. AI's got 16 points here in the second half.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Hit by Harold. Williams attacking over Jones. Williams gets the bucket. He's got 13.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Molinari passes to Williams. Hardaway for 3. No good on the shot.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill
Let's
of the
go.
shooter. I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
LA has gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Williams against Jones. Now here's Williams. He's got 13. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Well, Kev, that's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
He gets it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Minnesota leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I don't be worrying about that, though. Queenie, I don't worry about that.
Then there's Harris. And
I just be playing.
The pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Harrell.
They want to stay, they stay. They don't leave, they can leave.
But the league taking steps towards to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, and doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's AI. That 3 off the mark. Clippers shooting 49% on the game. I'll take that. Thomas sets a screen for Robinson. Over Jones. And it falls over the rim and in.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
Here's AI, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now here's Hardaway. Defense is right there. No good with the triple. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Wagner, good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Hit by Harrell. Robinson kicks to Hardaway. A three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's AI. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. For this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
Oh,
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Shoots it up. And that's good. For 2. AI's got 39.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Thomas dishes to Robinson. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Harrell setting the pick for Hardaway. Over AI. And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. Pretty nice efficiency there. Wagner, good.
Let's go.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Thomas a screen. Outside Hardaway. Harrell setting the pick for Hardaway. 5 on the clock, and they get it. It's deflected.
A nightmare quarter for this guy. Simply can't buy a bucket.
Here's AI. Good. And Harris gets the assist. AI's got 42 in the game.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Now here's Hardaway. He's guarded by AI. Robinson misses.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
Fades back, and the Timberwolves take on 2 more.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let-up in their attack right now.
Hit by Harrell. Harrell setting the pick for Robinson. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. And Bates Diop gets it to go.
Oh, great ball there.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Dragic has checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kufis checked in for Harrell. Hardaway passes to Thomas. Misses, and the dry spell continues. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. And the shot goes in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Wasn't changing my man.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. AI outside. Stolen by Thomas. Dragic against Hardaway. Trying to find Kufis. Gives it to him. Powered down with both hands.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, terrific effort. He obviously has the length to make those plays when he's being aggressive.
Outside Hardaway. He kicks it to Robinson. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Oh, come on. Really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Patton, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Gallinari, he's checked in for Robinson.
Well, this guy battles for everything he can get. Lance Thomas absorbs the hit, completes the play. Classic Lance Thomas.
There's the screen. On deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kufis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got a hand on it. Dragic left side. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Dragic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
AI passes to Wagner. AI up top. Gallinari with the steal. Hardaway with it. Thomas a screen. Gallinari attacking. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. AI. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
This game wasn't my best game. I was missing a lot of shots that I normally make.
Hey, good work out there. Great game, guys. Good game. Nice hustle, AI.
Nice job.
Welcome back, folks. Coach.
All right, everybody, listen up, listen up, listen up. I want to congratulate you all on a job well done. We have officially clinched a playoff berth.
Let's go.
All right, but listen. Now is not the time to lose focus. You got to finish the season strong and be ready for whatever comes next. Got a lot of faith in what this team can do. So let's keep up the hard work. Let's go get some more wins, all right?
up,
man. Got a spot for you right here.
Thanks.
See.
Let me get him a haircut. Oh. Let's see what this is. Can you do anything to it? Oh, okay, you can fade it out. I don't like it.
Bam.
Hell no.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Okay, that's kind of nice. We don't know customization. What's this?
Oh, shoot. What happened? Don't worry. I can fix it.
Let's go with this one. For sure, Queenie. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
Ooh, hallelujah.
You say hallelujah. Yeah, let's go with this.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah, man, it's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
All right.
Later.
Might rock this up till after the playoffs. Come fresh. I appreciate everybody that was in the stream. Thank you. But I think I'm gonna be getting off right here. Hey. It's your girl Crazy Shay, you dig? And I am officially out.